This is nuts. I just got to the Sally house. This is Quinn. I've been in here 5 seconds, and Sally is communicating with K2 meter. Step towards the K2 meter if... See? Good God! This is insane. The Lumbar Baron Inn was built in 1890 by John Mote, a Scottish immigrant who made his fortune in the lumber industry. Unfortunately, he lost his wealth and moved out of the Lumbar Baron Mansion in 1903. Now, it changed hands many, many times and eventually fell into disrepair until it was tenant apartments in the 1970s that definitely were that safe and were pretty cheap. What's now known as the Valentine Suite is where Carolee Notch was living. She was 16 years old, estranged from her family, must have been a great family, and just trying to make it. Unfortunately, somebody broke in, assaulted, and murdered her, and left her for dead. Her friend Mariana Weaver found her, but unfortunately the murderer was still there, and shot her point blank, and she died too. That was in 1970. They never found the murderer. So, the Valentine Suite is definitely the most haunted room, air quote, at the Lumbar Baron Inn. However, it's also a little pricey. So for my birthday, I got to stay in the Colorado room, which was equally gorgeous, and did a little ghost hunting. Let's go up the...
Footsteps follow.
It sure felt like something was following me. Look at the handle. Angels. Lumbar Baron.
Eruption.
Oh my God. That scared the shit out of me. So I got a real weird. This is the foyer. It's very cute. Hidden book. Beautiful old room. Go in here. This is where they do the teas and such. That the whole tea thing, that is epic. The marble, that's some kind of beautiful stone. Look at that old, that must be the guy. Look at these. Okay. Wow. Well, this is cool. don't know if it's because it's empty, but I already got a vibe. Holy cool. Doing some work in here. So I am at the Lumbar Baron Inn in the ballroom in the attic. And, just...
Correct.
Well, I'm glad you agree. And what I want to do is talk with spirits, and it sounds like they want to talk with me. So, correct. Let's see what we get. I'm going to flip it around and show you. This is the beautiful ballroom. Who said correct? Who was talking?
Nick.
So it said Nick was talking. All right, Nick. Did you live here at one point?
Spell.
For a spell? Can you set off a device?
Can you hear him? Smell.
I don't know what him you're talking about. I don't hear a man by any means. I was taking a bunch of pictures in series, just like tap, tap, tapping, and it said with a flash was going off, and the spirit box said quit, so somebody didn't like that. So I did, but I did stop.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Dang, something really wants to talk up here. Okay, don't flash.
Forever.
Forever. Who didn't like the flash?
Wed.
Did you get wed in this building?
Yes.
Jesus H. Christ. Okay. Are you the bride? Are you the groom? Come on, answer. Are you done talking to me? How did you deal with flashes on your wedding day from cameras if you don't like flashes? I had a Nick come through. Were you married here, Nick? Well, the K2 is going off a little bit.
Mason.
Mason. Oh, were you a brick mason for this building? Wow. That's not me, is it? That's going off a little more. I'm going to put it over here so we make sure it's not me. If that's you, step to that K2 again.
Be quiet.
It's not very nice.
Ugly.
Okay, so there's somebody here that's not very nice. What are you mad about? Why are you being a jerk? Is there somebody sitting right here next to me? How close do I have to get? Okay, to set anything off. Come sit right here by me. Tell me why you're grumpy.
Different.
I'm different, you're different. Can you step near one of those other devices and set them off?
Why are you asking?
Oh, because I want to talk to you. Because I just want to spend time with you and talk to you.
Job.
Are you standing right here by me? Was there a Nick that your job was bricklaying, masonry? K2's still going off up there. Who's setting the K2 off? It's not my phone.
5.
5. That was me, obviously, because I stepped right beside it. That's K2.
0.
0. Why are you saying numbers now? It said like ghost lily. Is there a lily here? Let's see if we can make this K2 have intelligent answers. You said intel at the same time that I said intelligent. That was kind of crazy. I must go far away. If that's a ghost, step closer to that. Here, let's do it.
Ugly. No thanks. What will happen?
If you touch something, nothing will happen. We could have a conversation though if you could.
Veil.
If you want to talk to me. You said veil before, and you said wed, so it could be a bride. If you step close.
You can't stay.
Oh, I'm just gonna be here the night. Can I talk to you for a little bit? There's one nasty spirit. Does everyone want me to go? She won't.
She's hiding. Yeah, please listen.
Okay. I was just asking if anyone wanted me to
Lightning.
stay.
I want to play.
Okay. Well, if you want to play, you can play with any of these balls. You can touch that bell. You could touch that.
Victoria.
If you're hiding either Marianne or Carolee or anybody else, you don't have to hide. I'm a very nice, gentle guy. And I'm gay. Non-violent gay. I pose 0 threat. Is your name Lily? See, that K2 went off. Let's try this. So if you step towards that,
I don't understand. Touch. Wood.
you can definitely touch me.
Scratch. Imprisoned. November.
It is November. You don't have to hide. You don't have to be afraid. I went off a little bit. You can go higher. Can you get all the way up to yellow? A little bit closer. Keep stepping closer.
Interest. He hurt me.
He hurt you? That's why you're such a of guys, and I'm not. I'm not scary. I'm definitely not a threat. Not gonna hurt
Not
you.
required. Please listen. Field.
Do you want to tell me something? Yes.
Underline.
That's a really funny picture right there. I had to hear it talk to ghosts, and it shows me a picture of a ghost in a candle. That's pretty funny.
Wish.
That's my wish. It's my birthday at midnight. That's absolutely my wish. Lady that was strangled in that Valentine's suite. Marianne, her friend, they think interrupted the murderer, and she got shot in the head. and died too. They never figured out who did it.
Raw.
Rob? Was somebody here trying to rob them? Or was a murderer's named Rob? That's an interesting picture. Is that who did it? Does he have... Oh no, it's just flowers. I thought maybe he had horns, but I think it's flowers.
War.
War. Is the murderer here? It's the guy who murdered those two young ladies? Is he still here? Hopefully you're haunted by what you did, honestly. Is Carol Lee or Marianne here? I swear I just heard a noise. A second ago, I swear I heard a noise almost like somebody's coat ruffling when they sit down. Or clothes ruffling, but like right beside me, like right there. I don't think that bag moved. We'll check
Ryan.
to see if that bag moved. Should I go to a different area? Where's that grumpy spirit that was telling me off? I mean, when I came up here earlier, when I just came up to peek before I had any equipment up, I felt like there was a grumpy old man gonna tell me off about not wearing a tie up here. And just a minute ago, somebody's like, ugly idiot, like saying abusive shit, so maybe that's the same dude. I'm just gonna walk around. Is this a dumbwaiter? It might have been a dumbwaiter at some point. Oh, wow. So that's pretty cool. That looks like a painting. That looks like a painting.
Fatal.
A Victorian era dress. I don't know if it's the way the stairs are set or what, but I 100% when I was walking down the stairs from the ballroom, sounds like somebody's walking behind you. And I didn't have any cameras on because it is sketch. I had all the ghost hunting equipment in this hand, and I was holding the rail in this hand, and they're very sketch stairs because it's a Victorian mansion. So that was interesting. But it definitely scared the shit out of me. Like, I turned around to look. Goodbye. And it definitely felt like there's something up there that absolutely doesn't want me up there. It was saying abusive things like ugly, get out, things like that. But then I would switch and say, hey, I'm listening. Almost like you have somebody there that wants me there, and somebody that's like, doesn't want me there. So, definitely one grumpy spirit. But then like a timid female, which at Victorian times, no surprise, that wanted to talk, kept saying listening, and yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. Does anybody here want to talk to me? That's Lumbar Baron Inn right there.
1945.
That's extremely 1945. I don't know what happened in 1945. Oh. There's somebody walking in the hallways.
I love this.
You love what? Talking to ghost hunters? I hope that's the case, because I'm sure they love coming here and talking to you, too. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. whose room that would be. I'm sure it's pretty.
John.
John. You want to talk to me, John? Look at this. Just walk there's basement. Nobody lives in the basement. Do you think the owner? He probably doesn't live here. That's really cool. Look at the address over the door.
She screams.
Oh, who screams?
Penelope.
Penelope? Who's Penelope? Is that obsidian? Damn. That is a huge chunk of obsidian right there. That's really cool. Penelope, do you want to talk to me? This one in the foyer of the Lumbar Baron Hotel, and I don't know who else is staying here, so I'm gonna whisper, but I have Seer on. That's interesting. A ship on an ocean, huh?
Person.
Thurston. Look at these cool ceilings. Scary here. Let's see if I can find.
My throat hurt at the end.
So it said my throat hurt at the end, and the first young lady that was murdered here was strangled. Is that you, Carolee? I think this goes. That's so cool. Those are real books too. That is not like service area.
Fast.
Fast. It is definitely a creaky old building. Oh, that is so cool. Look at that statuette.
Eat.
Why are you telling me to run?
Green.
I've been asking for color, and it said green.
He's
nice.
coming.
Who's coming? Thank you for telling me a color. I'm about to go to sleep. You got anything to say before I go to bed?
Go fuck yourself.
That's not nice at all. See, there's something kind of nasty here.
Ask.
Are you the one that killed the girls? Is that why you're so nasty? Why are you so nasty? Are you just a complete coward, so you say mean stuff and then you run away? Yeah, that's what bullies do. That's what cowards do. Is that who you are? Any Anything else to say to me before I go? Footsteps. Okay. 2 footsteps, and I swear somebody sat on the bed. So I'm at the grave of Marianne Weaver. I just came by to show my respect, give my respects, and see. Wow. There's a young lady in Victorian dress. I really hope that means that she is flattered by my coming to see her today and remembering her. That is super cool. Is there anything you want to tell us, Marianne? Marianne, did you know who killed you? Did you recognize him? Is there anything you wanted to tell me? Let's see. That's interesting. That looks like... Huh. Are you trying to tell me that maybe your murderer got caught for something else?
Wings.
It said wings. That is crazy. Anything less to say before I go?
Doubt.
Doubt. Are you at peace, Marianne?
Used.
Used. Are you angry that your murderer never got caught?
Courage.
Courage.
You nutter.
That sounded like an old school insult too. That's what's funny about that. Is you nutter is not something you'd hear today, but you would hear back in the day. Who called me a nutter? That was hilarious. So next I have a compilation of noises and things that I caught in the room while I was upstairs ghost hunting. The first thing you're going to hear is like a giggle or a laugh. The second thing you'll hear is a breath. And then you'll hear footsteps. Now, these happened over a couple of hours, but I cut out the time where nothing was going on, so you don't have to sit there for an hour. But yeah, 3 interesting things that I wanted you to hear, and then I'll come back and discuss them.
You have
So yeah, these definitely got real excited at first when I heard these three separate instances. However, as you know, I like to debunk stuff. So I was listening throughout, and it sounded like other guests were making the voices. I can't rule out that it wasn't other people walking around because I was not the only one in the building. So chances are that was other people. So that was debunked. The second one with the breath got real excited at first. I'm like, holy shit, that's horrifying. And then I was watching all of the other footage, and I realized that's a really old building. And when the bathroom flushed anywhere in the building, in any of the rooms, it made a very big whooshing noise, like you heard it in with my own ears in the room every single time it did it. And I discovered that while I was ghost hunting and recording, it sounds like a breath. So I debunked that one also. The last one was the walking around. And what's interesting, because I was upstairs I left that camera running in the room for maybe an hour and a half while I was up in the attic. And I did walking around multiple times, but I only caught those footsteps like once. And it does sound overhead, I think. But again, it could have been somebody in the hallway, other guests, that stepped just right, because there was a room across from me. So if they stepped right in front of my door, will it creak in my room? Possibly. So as much as I would like to say I caught footsteps, I'm going to have to debunk that too, because there's just no way to rule out that that wasn't me upstairs or in the hallway. Now, the footage that I caught while I was sleeping, or trying to go asleep, though, like first I heard footsteps, and they did not get caught on camera, which is interesting, but I heard them clear as day. And then later on, I woke up because it felt like the bed moved, jumped, and so when I'm sleeping, I have a CPAP on, I have earplugs in, and I have a blindfold on because I have PTSD and it's really hard for me to sleep and stay asleep. So it has to be pretty loud and dramatic to wake me up with all of those things. And then the final big to-do that kept me awake for a while was I heard two stomping footsteps right in front of the bed, and then somebody sat on the bed behind me. And there wasn't that much space between me and the wall, but I felt the bed go down behind me. And that one, it was crazy. And that one I didn't catch the footsteps, the big stomping footsteps that were so loud. I did not catch those on camera. That's just crazy. So the name of the game at this place was definitely personal experiences. The other things was when I first got there and went in the ballroom, I felt like some old grumpy dude was judging me. Later, when I had spirit boxes on, somebody was being verbally abusive throughout the night. Idiot, ugly a couple of times, and at the end of the night, go fuck yourself. So, but behind all that, I also felt a female, very timid spirit, which very much might be the girl that was murdered. Because it doesn't sound like she had a very good life. In the 70s was still very misogynistic. Not that we aren't now, but, it was worse. So yeah, very, very interesting. Not a whole lot with the equipment. Equipment didn't, but I felt a lot. I experienced a lot, and it's always fun to debunk stuff too. So this was a fantastic experience. I also got a very interesting picture. So I was taking pictures of the stairs going up to my room, and I took a bunch before, a bunch after, and one of them turned out real weird, and I'm going to show that to you. So I cannot account for the blurriness in this picture, the weirdness in this picture. What's interesting is that somebody jumped on my Facebook, because I shared it on my Facebook. Turns out they clean the rooms at the Lumbar Baron. I had no idea that they did this. And they said that supposedly there is something that supposedly hangs out on the stairs. So maybe whatever ghost hangs out on the stairs, I might have got a picture of it, because I can't explain the weirdness of that photo. So, very, very cool. This place was an epic stay, luxurious, wonderful, and I felt uncomfortable in the ballroom, but not for a second in the room. Like, even though the bed was moving, I never felt threatened. I went back to sleep. I don't know. I love the Lumbar Baron. I really want to go back and rent the Valentine suite and investigate that, and maybe with a female investigator too with me to see if we can't get a timid female spirit that might be Kara Lee chat with us. That could be really interesting. This is a cute little patio. Wow. It's a wee bit chilly out here. Wow. This is beautiful. That's cool. I don't know if I'm supposed to go in. Okay. This way. Looks like you can. Like behind you, yeah. Look at all the teapots. Very cool.